Quick question. Are you a better driver than average? Most people say yes, not just slightly better, noticeably better. But here's the problem. Everyone can't be above average. That's not an opinion. It's just math. So why does almost everyone believe it about themselves? In 1981, researcher Ola Svenson asked American drivers to rate their own skill compared to other drivers. The result? 93% placed themselves in the top 50%. 93% of people thought they were better than most. Even drivers who had been in accidents still rated themselves as above average. This isn't just about driving. Psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger studied something similar and found that people tend to overestimate their own ability in almost every skill they can't objectively measure. The less feedback you get on how you're actually doing, the more your brain fills in the gap with confidence instead of accuracy. And driving is the perfect setup for that. You rarely get real feedback. No one grades your merge onto the highway. No one scores your parallel parking. The only feedback you usually get is silence, which your brain quietly interprets as, "I did fine." But there's a deeper reason this happens specifically with driving. Every close call you've ever had, you remember as your quick reflexes saving the day. Every close call someone else caused, you remember as their mistake. Same near miss, two completely different stories depending on who's behind the wheel. Researchers call this pattern the self-serving bias. You give yourself credit for your skill. You blame the road, the weather, or other drivers for anything that goes wrong. This isn't dishonesty. It's how your brain protects your sense of competence, especially for a task you perform almost every single day. Here's the twist that makes this even stranger. The effect gets stronger the more dangerous the task is. Skydivers, motorcyclists, even people who admit driving is objectively risky, still rate their own personal risk as lower than everyone else's. Believing you're safer than the odds suggest doesn't actually make you safer. It just makes you feel calmer while doing something inherently risky, which is exactly why this illusion persists. If you truly believed you were an average, ordinary driver, exactly as prone to error as everyone else, getting behind the wheel every day would feel a lot more unsettling. So your brain quietly edits the story, not because you're arrogant, because a small, comfortable exaggeration makes an inherently dangerous activity feel manageable. So the next time you think, "I'm actually a really good driver," pause for a second. That thought isn't necessarily false, but it's also exactly what 93% of people think about themselves. You're not immune to the bias just because you're aware of it, but awareness is still the first difference between the other 92% and you.